Imagine two guys. One is a stinky loser, and the second is you. Both of them want to self improve, both of them want to be better. That is good for both of them. But the loser guy, what doesn't understand, is that he just wants to do everything that he's told on the internet that he should do to be a better man. He wants to be a perfect machine. But you seem like you never fail. On the other hand, you know that the stinky loser sees you and he's always relapsing on his good habits, looking at you and thinking, how are you so perfect? How are you always on time? How are you always doing your habits? How do you never burn out? Well, the truth is how to get consistent on your good habits, how to improve by just keeping the schedule of your good habits. This list is actually quite easy, right? And this is based on my personal experience. Maybe it works for you. Maybe you might need a little refinement of your own techniques. But this is just a truth that works for most people, right? So, how do you make it so that you're always following your good habits if you're not a machine? And this is true. You're a human. You're gonna have mistakes. You're gonna slip. It happens to the best of us in everything. You know what I mean? You cannot be perfect in any way. Nothing or no one ever tells you you need to be perfect. So, how come does the other guy relapses a lot of his good habits, but I don't? How come am I always consistent? Well, that is because you don't plan on doing it 100% all the time. You understand that instead of putting 100% of the work in the gym as if you're so energized, so much having fun, not necessarily. Sometimes you're gonna be a little bit heavy. Sometimes you're gonna feel a little bit froggy, and that's okay. You still keep up with the workout because you understand that it's, in this case, quantity of days rather than just going all out and burning out. Right? So that's the first thing. Right? You understand that not only intensity but discipline is what really matters so that you don't burn out. And on top of that, I've said about how the brain doesn't know, it's just a muscle that thinks, right? If you do something, it will immediately start getting used to it. If you don't feel like working out, but you still push yourself, at some point during the workout, you're gonna feel like, okay, yeah, this is good. You're gonna get used to it. You're gonna be like, okay, maybe I can do this, and you keep going, so that you not only you complete that workout, but the next day you come again. Maybe the next day you're more energized. You know what I mean? But at least you went. That is putting you ahead of the stinky loser, and that is the first thing in this list: is do not burn out. Just don't do everything 100% of the energy 100% of the times. No, right? The newbie thinks that, oh, I gotta start the gym, so I gotta do 7 days a week working out, maximum intensity, no rest. No, that's wrong. The truth is you have to rest at least 2 days. And not only that, the truth is that you're gonna lose motivation, and some days you might not work out as hard, but that's okay. But because you understand that, and you those days maybe you're not as energized, but you're still gonna do it. Whilst the loser stinky guy, because he doesn't feel like doing it, he's gonna say, well, I cannot do it 100%, so let me just give up. That is loser mentality. That is what leads them to losing. So what you're gonna do is basically just like I said, maybe this day is not the best for me, doesn't matter, let me keep going. You know what I mean? Even if you don't feel like it, you're gonna push through it with that discipline. Now, second, how do we build discipline? This is just the same thing over and over again. Your subconscious mind is gonna do it for you. But all you have to do is show up. Just show up, push yourself a little bit. And when you don't have the strength to do it, tell somebody to motivate you. That's where you have friends, you have family, whoever you have, ask them to motivate you. That way, you're definitely gonna get some help. You're definitely just gonna push yourself a little bit. You say, And this is what has helped me. I've always thought when I was gonna do something hard, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's working out, learning a language, I don't know, developing a skill, talking to a girl. I don't know what it is that made me nervous or whatever. I would only say, you know what's harder than this? Being sick in a hospital bed. That's what's hard. A lot of people right now are very ill, wishing that they were me to have my problems and my decisions. Same thing applies to you, my man. I don't know where you are in life, but very likely that if you're trying to develop yourself, you're not dying. You're okay. That is what's hard. You know, being extremely ill, that is what's really hard. So, do you think that by pushing yourself, you're actually doing a lot of hard work? No, not really. You're okay. Okay, just tell that to yourself. Keep saying, okay, I'm okay. I can do this. Maybe I'm nervous because I don't know. I'm trying to push my maximum lift, or maybe I'm trying to learn a language that I have never learned before. Well, that's the point. That's precisely the point. The more you try things that you don't like, the easier it's gonna be to keep repeating that, to keep getting out of your comfort zone. That's how neuroplasticity works. The brain just adapts. It adapts. And the subconscious mind is just works like that. It's built different. Right? So don't push yourself 100% of the times. Just push yourself a little bit when you don't feel like it. Then keep going. Just show up every single day. I'm not here to tell you about a secret key. There's not really a key. You have to work for it. I know it's hard, but trust me, it's all worth it at the end. And if you feel like procrastinating, it's because you're in your brain too much. You're thinking too much. You're thinking a lot. Get out of that. You have advantage over the physical world. If you stop thinking and you start doing push-ups, that's where you win. Tell your brain to shut up and just listen to you. That is what's gonna catch you. That's what's gonna make you win every single time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one is low-key the hardest to accept, but it's very important. And it's that nobody is coming to save you. No one is coming to accomplish your goals. That is both hard and liberating at the same time, because you understand that you have control over it. You have control over all of these things. You're the one to decide. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. You know, you have all the room to build for yourself. If you want to develop in any skill, anything that you want to do, all you have to do is pretty much show up. Only try a little bit, because effort compounds over time, rather than a grind set of 100% all the time. You know, just make sure to show up, and when you miss, when you fuck up, just make it the least. You know what I mean? Like, try and just mess up with a little thing and not a lot. Like, how, what do I mean? Instead of binging a lot of fast food and whatever, try to eat maybe a cookie. And it's like, okay, I know I have to keep with my diet, so you just keep with your diet, you know. So that's pretty much it, you know. With time, your brain is gonna get used to it, and it's gonna get a lot better. It always gets better. Everything does. So, thank you for watching me, and see you on the next video.